The number one way to get that big round sound on the saxophone is overtones. And if you're not working on overtones, if you don't know what overtones are, check out this lesson because I'm going to go through the foundation for overtones, how you should start practicing them, and how you need to incorporate them into your warm-up routine every single day if you want to get that big, nice, round tone on the sax. So it all starts by knowing your low notes. So you got to figure out what the low notes are on the sax, but even if you just know what the low C is, you can start doing your overtones on the saxophone. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to play the low C, 3 fingers in the left hand, 3 fingers in the right hand, and this low key here. And I'm actually going to play the overtone series for you one by one. So that was the first 3 overtones, starting on low C, going up to the middle C, going up to G with the octave key, and finally going up to C with the octave key. My name's Alexander Matthias from SaxophoneMasterclass.com, and overtones are all part of one of my core principles of the Saxophone Mastery System. The Saxophone Mastery System that I've created is tone, scales, technique, embellishments, and improvisation, and tone is the number one core principle. So if you want to learn more about my Saxophone Mastery System, check out my Saxophone Mastery Secrets Guide. There's a link below. Just go to saxophoneMasterclass.com/secrets, and you can learn all about my Saxophone Mastery System, which includes how to truly improve your tone on the sax. So overtones is a more advanced technique. There's other things you need to start thinking about, such as your breath support, your embouchure, the way you manipulate your throat. But overtones really help you hone in on how to voice notes on the sax. That's how to manipulate your throat and have more control over your tone. So what I'm actually doing there is just holding the low C and manipulating my throat to go higher and higher up the instrument. This is where you can really start to get control over the saxophone and your tone. And I'm going to take you through some of the basic exercises you need to do in order to really work on these overtones. So what is actually happening here? Well, we're playing that low C and I'm using my throat to manipulate the sound to go up to the next overtone, which is going to be the middle C. Then I do it again. I go up to the high G, G with the octave key, and then finally I went up to the C with the octave key. And all I was doing was manipulating my throat. And this is an advanced technique. It's hard to do, especially as a beginner, but once you start getting it, once you start understanding how your voice box, how your throat, how voicing the notes are really going to help you with getting that big sound, it's going to help you develop your tone, develop your sound, and put your own personality into the instrument. I practice these overtones every single day in order to warm up, in order to get that big sound on the sax. So where should you start when you want to learn overtones? Well, first of all, just focus on the first overtone. We're going to focus on just getting that middle C sound when we play the low C. So let me show you what I mean. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually switching between the middle C and that low C very quickly, and I'm trying to get the same note. I'm trying to get the same sound when I play the low C. This is called matching overtones, and this is a great technique if you want to get started with trying to do overtones on the sax. So a process I do for matching overtones is to actually play the middle C first, then sing the note, then try to play the overtone while holding down the low C. So I'm actually trying to get the pitch in my vocal cords so that I can get that overtone, so I can get that note when I'm playing the low C. This is a really important technique. This is what you want to be thinking when you're playing your overtones. You want to be visualizing and hearing the note in your head and then manipulating your throat so you can actually get that note out. So it's like you're singing through the saxophone, but you're not actually singing the note when you play. You're just manipulating your voice box to try and get that note so that you can play the overtone and make it sound like the middle C. So let's go through the process one more time. Da. So you can do this a few times, and eventually what you want to do is just go straight from the middle C to the low C and match the overtone without the singing. So eventually you want it to sound like this. And when you're going down to that low C and trying to match the overtone, you want to hold it for as long as you can, 8 seconds, 10 seconds. Try to play it like a long tone. And this is really going to help you with building up that big round sound on the sax. So the idea here is that you're creating more resonance with the saxophone. Because you're playing the low C, you're actually closing every single key on the sax and you're using the entire saxophone. That's what gives the overtone that bigger sound than just the middle C. You could probably hear that the middle C is a little thinner, it's not as full as that low C overtone. So the goal here is to get that middle C sounding like the low C overtone so that it has that resonance, it has that fullness, and the matching overtone concept is going to help you with that. It's going to help you put that resonance into the middle C. So let's practice going back and forth and trying to get more resonance in that middle C note. So I'm really trying to push the air in. I'm using my diaphragm to really fill the saxophone, give it that resonance. I'm trying to do the same thing when I'm switching to the middle C. I want that middle C to start sounding fuller with more life. So this is how I work on my tone when it comes to playing the saxophone. I focus on the overtone series. I try to put that fullness, that resonance into the instrument. So I'll actually try to match overtones as I go higher and higher and higher on the sax, like this. And that's how I get that big full tone on the sax. This is my warm-up routine. I'll do different exercises around the different overtone series, starting on C, starting on B, starting on B flat. And I really encourage you to do the same. If you're a complete beginner to all of this, then start with just your breathing, your embouchure, your throat. Check out this next video that's going to really help you with the foundation for tone, and then start moving on to these overtone series. All right, my friend, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you got out of it in the comments below. And make sure to check out that link in the description for my Saxophone Mastery Secrets Guide. Just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/secrets and you can learn more about my saxophone mastery system. All right, my friend, I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, happy playing.